Welcome to my channel. So one of the questions that I get asked really frequently is, Melvis, does the NHS in the UK offer visa sponsorship to overseas candidates out of the UK or those already in the UK? Can I switch and work for the NHS? The answer is that yes, you can indeed apply for visa sponsorship jobs with the NHS, whether you're in the UK already or you're still out of the UK. And yes, the NHS does offer visa sponsorship to overseas candidates, and these particular visa sponsorship jobs are not only for like nurses, doctors. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you who can apply for jobs with the NHS. I mean, visa sponsorship opportunities with the NHS. How do you apply? How do you know eligibility criteria and all of that, just so that this information can help you if you've been struggling to get jobs. So if you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate your time. I hope that you're finding these videos helpful because that's the purpose for which they are made. But if you need that information directly to your inbox, I have a free newsletter where I share information about career progression pathways in the UK, free visa sponsorship opportunities to move to the UK ASAP, and work from home jobs that you can do from the comfort of your home without those geographical boundaries and limitations, earning a lot of money without a degree, without any experience whatsoever, as well as side business opportunities for you to do in the UK. Because the truth is, many of these jobs that are offering visa sponsorship don't pay a lot of money, but they are an excellent way for you to move to the UK or remain in the UK with your family, but you need other ways of earning more money. So if you check the comment section below, you're going to see a link to my newsletter. It won't take you 20 seconds to join. Once you join, then I send that info directly to your inbox, so you never miss out on vital information, information that is so helpful for your personal and professional growth and development in this beautiful country, the UK. So it's relevant whether you're still out of the UK planning to move to this country or you're already in the UK, progressing, working here, or trying to switch visas, or whatever circumstance you're in. So, like I was saying, the NHS does offer visa sponsorship, but it is more challenging getting visa sponsorship opportunities with the NHS. The reason for this is that you have more experienced, people within the NHS that are generally recruiting or shortlisting for these vacancies. For example, myself, I work for the NHS. I'm quite a senior nurse, which means that if I'm going through CVs, going through applications, my expectations are very high. What I need to see from the candidates is very high. So the quality that is expected to work for the NHS, the truth is that it is higher quality. And that's why it is a little bit more difficult and challenging getting those visa sponsorship opportunities with the NHS compared to private organizations. Because, for example, let me just say, if you're looking for a carer job and you apply to a nursing home or to, domiciliary care or residential home, many of these people, for example, are not necessarily healthcare professionals. They don't have a healthcare background. So the expectations that they have is very different. Some of these people are just people that have started their own companies, and so they're recruiting staff. But if you're applying for the NHS, you do need to be really, really good. Your application needs to be spot on. You need to understand the job role perfectly well inside out. Otherwise, it can be challenging. By the way, if you've got any questions as I go along, please do leave them in the comment section below. I'll be able to answer any questions there. If you're applying for visa sponsorship jobs in the UK, you've had any challenges at all, CV, what opportunities are you applying for? Have you had any feedback? What is going on? Leave that in the comment section below and I'll be able to join you on there and we can discuss that further, because obviously it's difficult to cover everything in this video. And by the way, if you're wondering who I am, my name is Melvis. I currently work as an advanced nurse practitioner. So I work for the NHS. Myself, I've worked across different NHS organizations. I worked in surgery, oncology, district nursing, hematology. I've worked across, all different types of specialties. And so I've got extensive experience in healthcare, in management as well in the UK. So I know a good application when I see one. And I can tell you that if I'm looking at your CV, I expect top notch. I expect everything to be so perfect. I expect you to understand the job role, understand the requirements, understand the job description, the person specification. And so I have my own private career coaching program where I support nurses, carers, students, student nurses, people that are looking for UK visa sponsorship jobs. I support with that personalized, that tailored, and that individualized advice and guidance that you need to be able to get those jobs. Career progression as well for nurses. I've got courses, career progression pathways, how do you become a nurse anesthetist, nurse endoscopist, advanced nurse practitioner, nurse manager, specialist nurse. If you're a carer, you're wanting to progress into nursing, what do you do? What do you need? You're a carer, but you're a qualified nurse or midwife from overseas, you're wanting that transition to get your NMCP number, again, I can support you with that journey. So if you check the about section of this YouTube channel or the description box below, you see a link to my private coaching program. When you join, we have a CV review. We go through the different jobs, different opportunities. How do you prepare for interviews? What do you need? What are the jobs that are offering visa sponsorship? How do you progress? What is needed? So that's what my program covers. And, I've got hundreds and hundreds of members in this program. Success rates are very high. Yes, hard work is needed. Dedication is needed. A lot of sacrifices are needed. But that's the price that you have to pay for success. That's the price that you have to pay to stand out and to be that top 10%, that there is. So again, I'm looking forward to seeing you in this program so I can support you, give you that tailored, individualized, and personalized support that you deserve to excel and thrive. So with the NHS, you have both clinical and non-clinical healthcare jobs. I've done many videos about all these different opportunities, and I cannot stress enough the importance of doing your research well before applying for any job. So non-clinical jobs are those jobs that you're working in the healthcare facility, but you're not directly caring for patients. Clinical jobs are like nurses, carers, midwives, doctors. So you're caring for patients directly. There's also IT jobs, engineering jobs, estates, facilities, discharge coordinators, patient support coordinators, the caterers, and they offer visa sponsorship for all these different positions with the NHS. So all you need to do is go to NHS Jobs and you're going to see the thousands of jobs. And currently, in fact, as the day I'm recording this video, I've had a look. There are 37,000 vacancies currently active on the NHS Jobs website. So please just put NHS Jobs and all of these vacancies are going to pop up and you can go through them. But like I've said, you need to understand the job roles perfectly well. Otherwise, it can be really, really challenging applying for some of these jobs. But that's why you need support. That's why you need advice. If you know anybody who is already in healthcare, somebody that can support you, it's very important. Otherwise, like I've said, it can be difficult getting NHS jobs because the people that are recruiting are very, very experienced. Me, for example, if I'm looking at a CV, I'm really, really, really strict on the expectations. So every single job comes with a job description, the person specification. Those ones are there to guide you, to help you understand what is needed and how you should present yourself, the expectations from your application, and all of that. And if you want to know the differences between working for the NHS, nursing homes, private organizations, leave that in the comment section below and I'll do a video explaining all of these differences so that you can be more aware of what the differences are to go for the best opportunity. Because like I've said, I started my journey in the UK as a carer working in a nursing home, and then before I studied nursing as an international student here in the UK. So I've gone a long way from being, a carer to a student nurse to being a staff nurse in the UK, progressing into management to now working as a very senior nurse. So I've gone through all those different stages and I can tell you that it is not an easy path, but it's all been worth it for me because my pay has increased dramatically. I earn a lot more now than I did when I started my my healthcare career initially in the UK. So your sacrifices will be worth it. You need to stay persistent. You need to carry on applying for those jobs. If you're already, a nurse, for example, or in whatever position, you must not stay there because there are career progression opportunities and pathways that you can use to continue to enhance your skills and continue to grow even further. But like I've said, when you're applying for those jobs, you do need to understand the job role. It's not a matter of just throwing a CV there. You have one CV, you're throwing it over for all the jobs. It doesn't quite work like that for the NHS jobs because you're expected to understand each job. And that's why it's really difficult. Currently, there are thousands of people in the UK that work in domiciliary care or students trying to get to the NHS, and it's very challenging because it's, many people don't know how to go about it, which is why I've done this video. I hope that you find it helpful. If you're part of my private coaching program, then I support you with that journey. During our live sessions, we go through those processes. We do screen shares, share my screen, show you how to do. We have one-to-one sessions on how to proceed, how to progress, It's difficult to do that on YouTube because I don't know who is watching. I don't know what jobs you're interested in. I don't know what your personal circumstance is. So it's just not as effective. But getting that tailored, individualized, and personalized support and advice is ultimately what is going to make all the difference for you to not only get that visa sponsorship job, but for you to also have that career progression that you so, deserve and that is needed for you to feel accomplished as well in this country, because it can be very frustrating stuck in the same position without just progressing. So I've done videos on here about all sorts of pathways. You do want to check them out. If you've enjoyed this video, just hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.